Who shall bring a charge against God's elect? It is God who justifies. Who is he who condemns? It is Christ who died, and furthermore is also risen, who is even at the right hand of God, who also makes intercession for us. Who shall separate us from the love of Christ? Shall tribulation, or distress, or persecution, or famine, or nakedness, or peril, or sword? As it is written, for your sake, we are killed all day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter. Yet in all these things we are more than conquerors through him who loved us. Romans 8, verses 33 through 37. Identity. It took 26 years for the truth to finally download into my misled mind. Always begging for provision, yet creating Ishmael seasons and signs. All while operating under the clever lie of a religious barter system that always seemed to cut my relationship with my father short. I thank God for clearing the speck from my own eyes, so that I may be still in his presence and rejoice, because the truth has set me free from shackles of stern retribution I was led to believe, instead of the loving habitation my Father truly seeks with his children. To abide in his unfailing counsel first, as the greatest creative force to ever grace the universe. For we as one nation under God should model the glory of his mighty kingdom, by heeding his still gentle voice, not the man-made cruel version by which this world has made perverse, rooted after its own heart, which it delights in, instead of obtaining the yoke of Christ, which is never to be forced on others but sent through a welcoming invitation. For when you call up to he who makes great and mighty things known to thee, there is a notable shift that cannot be upstaged by any worldly gifts. For nothing from his reservoir of blessings will ever return void, but be followed by overwhelming prosperity and supernatural joy. For only the Lord makes rich and adds no sorrow. While this world's wealth keeps you chained to the toiling of tomorrow, we were not born as cattle to the foothill of man's society. I pray that we wake up to the true power of our God-given identities as more than conquerors, called for a time such as this, as beacons of light while this world continues to slip into the abyss of violence and unspeakable horror, to encourage and lean upon one another. And don't fall for the delusion that the characteristics of a kind, humble spirit is for the foolish, because those who receive a new mind and heart of compassion in Jesus, by living and loving in the way of Christ, will receive just rewards for every sacrifice they have toiled over day and night. There will be ease for their labors and every wrong done unto them made right. So trust in the unfailing word of your Father who is in heaven. And know that once repented, every trespass has been forgiven. As you commit to your walk on this new path with glee, let go of who this world told you are and resume your true identity.